Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we are going to be riding Butters and Davis. Right now I am going to be riding Butters first, and I may ride Davis. Okay, so we start off by brushing out his mane since he has a lot of hair, and then I always make sure I braid his forelock because his forelock always gets in his eyes when we ride, and he just kind of hates it. He is very mad about the flies and gets really worked up about them, so that's also like something I also don't do is fly spray him a lot. Then I brush out his tail because he has a very long tail and it does drag on the floor. Here's what I'm just talking about by he gets really bothered by the pugs. I have to fly spray him a ton. He also has some separation anxiety, so when I go or leave, he gets anxious. We are riding Western today, so I decided to go ahead and put a Western saddle pad on him, and then this is the only saddle that we have that fits him because he's chunky. He watched me struggle to tighten and figure out a girth a little bit. And time to bridle. So when I first get on, I make sure to do a lot of warm-up, so lots of walking, especially with him. Yesterday we had a bit of a freak out by spooking out a cow sawhorse thing from fair that was out in the pasture for the trail course, and he was very scared of it, but he's gotten over it today, and we're really working on it. It's him moving off my leg and really staying on the rail, because when he was in training, she didn't really focus on that and was just focused on him riding. Yeah, but he does really good. And we just transferred him over to this bit yesterday, so he is also a bit interesting with it. I also put up this pole right here so he could think about his foot placement. Time to do some trotting to warm up some more. The cars can be really scary. That's also why I like to ride him in the outdoor, because he gets used to it and there's always some puddling and stuff. And I'm really trying to teach him how to neck rein, so this is also why I'm using this bridle. And we're kind of getting it. We're getting somewhere, but I still have to ride him with two hands. Here I'm doing some circling to kind of work on some neck reining kind of things. Doing some trot circles to kind of help with that too.
Even though there's no pressure.
Is it in right?
Here I am adjusting my stirrup and then just practicing. I just practice some stopping and stuff. and he has a very smooth trot, which I'm absolutely all about. Then we did some canter work, which he has a really good self-carriage, and he holds his head by himself, and I don't really have to work on that because he does it himself.
Don't let him get his head too far down.
Changing directions out in the corner out there, and then we will do the same thing this way.
He's like starting to understand it, but kind of still doesn't. It's weird. Mama, weird concept. He's starting to get the neck reining, but at the same time he really doesn't. So yeah.
This is his less dominant side, but he still picks up both of his leads, which is awesome. Since we do reining at fair, we have to practice some stopping and stuff, which is what I really focused on today. And what I am aiming for is a smooth stop, nothing fancy like sliding. I'm just looking for a smooth stop from canter, trot to walk to stop, which I want him to keep his head down and stay smooth. Right here is not an example of smooth. We kind of went sideways, and it was one of the better ones, but he did put his head up a little bit, and he didn't go down quick enough as I would like. Here is a decent example of smooth, though. So he comes back to me, trot, walk, stop. Backwards is awesome, and then you might have to see me feed him. She's obsessed.
Can I give him a little bit?
Always make sure to wash off your horses when it's 100 degrees outside and you ride them, because it feels really nice, and I even hosed myself off. I then changed into my English clothes and brought out Davis. So there are some botfly eggs on their knees right now, so I did take all those off. Today I decided I wanted to work on some dressage stuff, and I was going to master my canter pirouette today, which I did not master it, but I did attempt it and did about half of one, which was decent for me because I've never done one before. Here we are doing some canter warm-up, and I did warm him up way better than this. It's just I didn't get it on camera. And here I'm just doing some circles with him to warm up those muscles and get him cantering. And it took me a minute to really work on it. And it's really hard for him to keep the canter sometimes, so I do need to work on his muscle. He was really trying to side pass out. I didn't know how to cue for it, so I did have to search it up, unfortunately. And here I kind of gave up to go search it up, as you can tell. This right here was what you actually call spectacular and awesome and incredible, because apparently I am incredible. This right here is awesome. That was great. So yeah. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you for watching.